It's the first day of class, and political science professor Kevin Dopp is throwing his students a curveball.
Is take out a piece of paper and a pen. This is your first test.
It's the same exam given to immigrants seeking U.S. citizenship, except a little easier. And a majority of his students still failed.
They have no idea how many senators there are in the United States. They have no idea how many House members there are.
Dopp's students have Jamison Broggie, a lawyer in the Marine Corps, to thank or blame for having to take a civics class before they can graduate.
Because we're a country not based on ethnicity or races, based on certain principles, what that requires is that people have to know those principles. You learn how to be an American.
Surveys routinely find that a third of American adults can't name the 3 branches of the federal government. One of Broggie's favorites is a study that found 10% of college graduates thought Judith Sheindlin was on the U.S. Supreme Court.
That's Judge Judy.
With help from the Conservative American Council of Trustees and Alumni, Broggie drafted the Reinforcing College Education on America's Constitutional Heritage Act, better known as the REACH Act. Passed in 2021, it requires students at all publicly funded colleges in South Carolina to complete a class covering the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, and other foundational documents.
I'm alarmed by division in our country. I want us to have a unified country. What's more unifying than the founding principles of this country?
However, critics see an attempt to inject a conservative brand of patriotism into college life. After his success in South Carolina, Broggie launched a similar campaign when he moved to North Carolina. The NC REACH Act easily passed the House, then stalled in the Senate. The plan also met resistance from University of North Carolina system faculty.
Some want to politicize this. We know what works in ways that sometimes someone outside of higher ed may not know.
Mackey says UNC faculty agree that students need a better grasp on civics and submitted their own proposal to give schools more flexibility without a legislative mandate.
We have small institutions that don't have large enough history or political science departments to cover that course. And so we wanted to have something that could live outside of those departments. My own discipline, philosophy, for example, can start with John Locke and take you right through the Constitution and really explain the founding of America.
The UNC Board of Governors approved the proposal this spring. The civics requirement will apply to new students starting in July 2025. Back in Bluffton, Dopp gives the same test at the beginning of every semester. He told his students to exchange papers and count the number of X's.
Don't worry about it. Stand up if you have 7 or more on your paper. Stand up. Up. 1, 2, 3,
It was the same result
4,
as
5,
usual.
6. We have 30 students, and 21 of you will have to leave because you're not eligible to be citizens of the United States. I'm just kidding. No.
The test wasn't for a grade, nor to shame the students.
It awakens them, hopefully, that they have some work to do.
18-year-old freshman Audra Hillman took 2 politics classes in high school, and she still struggled.
It was definitely harder than I thought it was going to be, and stuff I had to remember from a few years ago.
I don't think we've done a good job in education preparing them. We need to develop better skill sets for our students so that we have a better democracy.